Hi, this is DIY with Dye. My name is Diane, and today's fall colors are cranberry and purple, with a few grays here and there. So if you want to see what makeover and creation I have for you today, then stick around. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, click that notification bell for future uploads, and let's let the fun begin. So for the first project, I have a plaque from Dollar Tree. I just flip it over, decided to give it a little bit more texture by using Rust-Oleum multicolor texture finish in aged iron. Then I decided to grab this Rust-Oleum, it's like a cranberry color. It's very nice and fall-like color. Now I'm using the Dollar Tree wooden pumpkins. They come 6 to a pack. Just painting them with Waverly white chalk paint. I like doing this first. One, it gives it a clean blank slate. Two, it does help, I feel as though it helps kind of dry your paint a little faster, and it helps tone down if your acrylic paint is more of a glossy or satin finish. So I just decided to do a couple different purples, kind of go in on all of them with a couple different purples just to kind of give it a little bit more texture, create the pumpkin ridges. So I did want a slight difference between some of the pumpkins. So if you notice, the top pumpkins are a little bit lighter, the bottom pumpkins are a little bit darker, but I still try to incorporate some of the purples on all of them. Now I'm just taking a stencil and spelling out the word pumpkin. I use different markers for the lighter pumpkins than I did for the darker pumpkins. And I'm alternating every other letter from light to dark pumpkin. Now I'm just testing out placement on my plaque, seeing where I want the pumpkins, how I can get them all on the pumpkins, and then I wanted to write hello. I used silver in my acrylic paint markers, so it'll say hello pumpkin. Now it's just time to glue my pumpkins in place, just using hot glue. And now I'm going to place leaves and stems that I have left over from a previous project. Now I'm just using lighter colored markers to add some shadowing and dimension to the letters just to make them pop a little more. And here I just displayed my sign with a few pumpkins. So now I'm just taking a sign I got years ago from a little country shop. I'm just taking it completely apart, removing all of the stems and the leaves, which I used in my previous project. I just kind of wanted to give it a little bit of a revamp more my style, change it up. So I remove all of the pieces. Then I get a very tiny flathead screwdriver and begin to take the letters off, which was a little tricky since they were nailed in. So I just had to take my time, be very gentle. Once I got the letters off, then I used needle nose pliers and I removed all of the nails. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of that spackling from Dollar Tree to fill the holes in the pumpkins. I'm not really concerned about them being filled all the way to the back, just because they're going to be glued on to this plaque that's underneath of them. I just wanted to make it so it was a smooth surface in the front. So now I'm just taking them outside. I'm going to wrap with painter's tape some of the stems, spray them with that cranberry color. Now here's a cool little trick that I've seen other people on YouTube do, where you just place your letters onto painter's tape, just kind of keep them still while you go to paint them. I don't know about you, but if I tried to do it in my hand, I would have paint everywhere. So I just created a very light color purple, begin painting all of the letters. Then I'm going to dry brush with a little bit of a darker purple just to give it a little bit of dimension. Now I'm taking some of the other pumpkins and I'm painting them gray. That way, as I go to spell out the word welcome, they will be rotating every other color from the cranberry and the gray. Now that the pumpkins are dry, I'm just removing the painter's tape, and then I'm going to start placing the letters onto the pumpkins. Once I have the letters exactly how I want them, I just begin using hot glue to glue them down. Now I'm just taking one of Dollar Tree's wooden pumpkins and I'm just painting it with a darker color purple. This will be the bottom portion of a sign that I'm creating for my front door. Now I'm just using two different shades of purple to create dimensions and the ridges of the pumpkin. And now back to the pumpkins that spell welcome. I just get one of my paint markers and color the leaves a purple shade. Then I'm going to place them on the plaque. Use hot glue, which then after I hung it up on my front door, since it's a very hot day out, I wound up having to go back and using wood glue. So just word of advice, if you're putting anything outside or on your front door and it's hot where you are, then you're going to need the wood glue and the hot glue, because the hot glue will reheat and then it falls apart. So just learn from my mistake. It's nothing like opening your front door and hear pumpkins with letters just fall on your feet. So yes, make sure that you use something stronger than just hot glue when it's outside. And now for the bottom portion of the sign. I'm just taking one of these metal words from Dollar Tree. This one says Harvest. It comes in a 3-pack for $1.25. And I'm just going to hot glue it on. This one actually did stay on the pumpkin, surprisingly. Thank goodness. I'm just using the twine that came with the pumpkin, just placing it back in the hole. Then I'm going to hot glue it to the back of the sign. I'm just going to hot glue it down and then use an excessive amount of hot glue to ensure that it is on there very, very securely. Then I am taking some of this hanging wire and I'm going to hot glue it on as well to create a hanger. But after I placed it on there, I felt like it wasn't quite strong enough to uphold because this is a pretty heavy plaque. Once I put the wooden pumpkins that are a little thick on to the plaque, which is also a thick piece of wood. So I take another piece of this hanging wire and then I intertwine around it floral wire. And I almost create like a vine around it. So you'll see at the end, it actually creates a pumpkin vine. I definitely highly recommend these silicone fingertips. You get 3 in a pack from Dollar Tree. They are great when you work with a lot of hot glue. I was having a very difficult time getting this wire to cooperate. It kept wanting to move while the hot glue was drying. I was getting very frustrated, so definitely recommend these. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, click that notification bell so you'll be notified of future uploaded videos. And here is a look at the completed sign and how it looks on my front door. In the comments below, let me know which was your favorite craft, and have a great day.